creating a great video to promote your scripts, your business, is all about preparation.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
And I think it was the great actor and martial artist Chuck Norris who said, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. And that's so true when it comes to making videos. So what I wanted to do in this video is to show you the process that I use personally to create simple videos. Now this video cost me less than $15 to make, and it's a very simple video. It communicates the script very well. I've actually paid a voiceover artist on Fiverr to do the vocals for me, and I've created the slides that you're about to see. I've created those in an online design service called Canva. That's C-A-N-V-A, canva.com. And in total, the actual stock images that I've bought have cost me $4. So combine that price with the price of the voiceover script, which cost me around about $10. I've actually created this video for less than $15. All that it's cost me really is my time. So let's jump in and look at exactly how I build a video before I get it into the video editing suite. The video editing suite that I use is Camtasia, but this method that I use could be applied to any video editing suite. You could use this in PowerPoint, you could use it in a free online video editing suite. I like Camtasia and I'm used to using it, so that's the one I'm going to demonstrate with in the next video. But this video is just about the preparation. So as you can see, I've highlighted the lines of script so that you can keep up to pace with the parts I'm talking about. So the first line is the introduction to the audience. So that's for homeowners in the Peak District who want to sell their property quickly at the highest possible price. Now that gives me an opportunity of putting the brand of the company that we're going to be talking about in front of the viewer. So this is the slide that I've created. We're talking about Peak Estate Agents, and this communicates that perfectly. It's their logo. Now what I usually do is create a slide per sentence, but on this occasion I just wanted to get across the fact that Peak Estate Agents are a very rural company. So I've created another slide, and if you look at this you'll see what I mean. I've put the logo in again up in the top left hand corner, but I've communicated that this is a very rural company, and that will set the scene for the next slide, which communicates a lot of contrast to that rural feel. So those are the slides for the first line, and then the second line, who are worried about using a national company that only have a website, telesales agents and no regional offices. Now that's what they're worried about. That's what your potential audience is worried about. They're worried that they're going to use a national company and they're not going to get that one-to-one service, and that's what we've also communicated in the rest of the script. So the slide I've created for that really builds on that contrast, and you'll see what I mean here. It's a big company. Look, a big skyscraper, an ugly building, and then you've got lines of people, just telesales agents in a call centre, people who will never meet you, people who don't know your name even. And then the picture of the globe to communicate the internet. There, floating in a black background, again to give a feeling of negativity. And the houses are all very grey and boring. So back to the script. The next sentence is all about Peak Estates. They're a local family-owned estate agency that has helped people to buy and sell their homes in the Peak District for over 50 years. So the next slide that I've created to communicate that is this slide. Instead of a black background, a nice blue that matches the sky. You can see there we've got the Peak Estate Agents logo on the sailboard, and a very business looking gentleman with his tie and his suit, someone that you feel you can trust. And then on to the next line of copy, which is all about their agents who know the local market intimately and will do everything they can do to secure the best price in the possible time. So again, I wanted to reflect that quality that you've already seen in this last slide. I want to reflect that in this slide as well. So here we've got another gentleman stood outside a house, nice flowers, hanging basket and lovely plantation shutters up at the window, you know, a rural setting, and there he is on the phone, a nice smile on his face, the sun's shining. But again, he's looking businesslike with his folder. And these are just stock images, and as I mentioned, they cost me $4 altogether for all of these images within Canva. So on to the next line, which is again about the big chain agents who don't know the local area well enough. So we're creating more contrast again, and this next image shows an unscrupulous looking gentleman in his tie, just waiting for him to sign on the dotted line. He's not really interested about getting them the best price. You know, he's travelled up from London and he just wants to get the signature on the dotted line, earn his commission and scoot back home to the city. Again, the black background, it's a bit oppressive and it communicates that, you know, these are not people you want to do business with. So back to the Peak Estate Agents who pride themselves on flexibility because they'll give assisted viewings. And I've used the same image as I used on the previous one, but all I've done is flipped the image. So he isn't facing to the left now, he's facing to the right. And what I'll probably do when I'm actually creating this in Camtasia is that I'll put a speech bubble coming out, and it'll be something about meeting them at 7:30 and it not being a problem, just to create that flexibility and you know that they're willing to compromise and that they're a friendly business. And towards the end now, you know, we've been through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is another slide that communicates that whole features of the fact that you're going to get looked after, you're going to get sent to a database. Peak Estates aren't stuck in the dark ages. Just because they're in a rural setting, it doesn't mean that they're not in touch with the internet and technology. So we've communicated that. We've said that it'll go onto a busy website with over 22,000 monthly views. So the image I've created for this one is just 2 signboards. And what I'll put next to those signboards is the fact that there's 1,500 interested local buyers and 22,000 monthly views. And I'll put that detail here, where there's just blue background. Again, I've used the same blue background. I'll put the numbers here, 22,000 and 1,500, and that will just appear on the screen. Camtasia will give me the option of doing that, so I've left this space open so it can just fade in and it just reinforces the text as it's being read out. So back to the script, and then finally, to sell your property quickly at the highest possible price. So we're reinforcing what was said on the first line. Call Peak Estate Agents today or visit us online. So on this final slide, I've put the Peak Estate Agents logo and I've left space underneath to add their website address and their telephone number. And what I can do in the actual video itself is just highlight those details as they're being read out by the voice artist. So that's the end of this video. A little bit longer than usual, but I just wanted to explain the preparation. What I do once I've actually got my script written, exactly what I do to start creating something visual that perfectly complements the voiceover when that arrives from the voiceover artist on Fiverr. Now, you'll have already watched this finished video at the end of the case study for Peak Estates. If you remember, that was the bonus lecture. If you want to go back now and have a look at that, you'll see all of this played out exactly as I've described, and you'll see how it smoothly develops the story from the beginning right to the end. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.